up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more video. Guys, you see the thumbnail, you see the title of the video. I wanted to just throw up a quick video real quick, just going through this real quick. The WAP Queen, all right? Or like on this channel, I like to say, the WAV Queen with S viscosity, all right? Has filed for divorce, has added to the statistic that 70% of women file for divorce. She has filed for divorce from her husband, Offset. Okay? TMZ, who I don't know how they are first to everything and always reporting out their news, is crazy. The intelligence department that they got over there, shout out to TMZ. We're going to go up there, we're going to look at the article. We're going to try to dissect it piece by piece, see if we can learn anything new and or additional that you may not have thought about before. Without further ado, Cardi B Files to divorce Offset, wants custody of Culture. This was just posted today. Cardi B is apparently over her marriage to Offset. She just filed for divorce, TMZ has learned. The rapper filed for court docs in Georgia, indicating she's seeking dissolution of marriage. Okay. That's not a divorce, okay? Disillusionment or dissolution of marriage, it's more like the marriage never happened. It's a easier, quicker split as if it never happened. So, which is different than a divorce. The thing is that it's all the same result. They're still not going to be married at the end of it. So it's all still the same thing. Anyway. Cardi is listed as a plaintiff and Offset as a defendant. She filed the paperwork on Tuesday. There's also this. According to the court docs obtained by TMZ, Cardi is seeking primary physical custody, okay, as well as legal custody of their 2-year-old daughter, Culture. She also wants Offset to pay child support. Unclear how much, though, at this point. No word on spousal support either. I'm going to take a guess and say that because it's disillusionment, there will be no spousal support. Also, too, I don't know what both of their net worths are, but Cardi's no slouch, all right? I want to say that Cardi's following is actually much bigger. Probably not much bigger, but it's definitely bigger, okay? Anyway, she also makes it clear in her court docs that they are currently separated and there are no prospects for reconciliation. Cardi is also adamant in the court docs that she wants Offset to be ordered to pay her legal expenses. Interesting. I wonder if that's because they've been separated. Probably something happened. I remember like a year or so ago, he was caught cheating with somebody and had to, do a public apology in a whole bunch of different ways. Apparently, he probably hasn't gotten over those cheating ways. You understand what I'm saying? Cardi and Offset were secretly wed in 2017 and shared their hit status the year after, as was first reported. Their nuptials were a bit unorthodox from the jump and almost went backward, publicly speaking. What does that mean? October 2017, Offset got on bended knee at the Philly Powerhouse concert, and Cardi accepted this ring right then and right there. As it turned out, they had been legally married for over a month at that point. Oh, interesting. So they had a whole kind of proposal thing. So she was acting like she wasn't married at that point. Interesting. We heard it was spur of the moment thing. Offset turned to Cardi and said, "Marry me." And she was down. They brought in an officiant to formally marry them. And shortly thereafter, filed for and received a marriage certificate in Fulton County, which made it legit. I don't understand. It didn't go into any detail as to how long that they were together beforehand, but this kind of the shotgun wedding shit, I mean, just the wedding-ish in general is like, it doesn't make sense, especially when you have kind of the lifestyle that they live, the personality types that they have. I mean, to think that your significant other, the person that you married to, has the words and the songs that she has the lyrics for, or the history of being on a stripper and having videos and stuff like that all over the internet, right? Like all of these different types of things incredibly damage people's minds. And I think far too often that a lot of these things, right, like within the melanated community, we seem to love and enjoy this struggle love, right? Like the more that you can struggle through a particular thing and or point, it's all of a sudden means that that love is going to be stronger or going to be built off of more fertile land. You understand what I'm saying? And what I have seen and what I have noticed in the truth of my life is that is far from the truth. I think that there's particular struggles that you could put yourself in within that relationship that can put you out on top. But I think trauma that has happened previous in your life, and this is on both sides of the coin, it's not just Cardi, is also with Offset as well. I mean, he lived a tumultuous childhood. You understand what I'm saying? But when you put trauma together, you usually don't get a fulfilled end result, especially if there wasn't something like therapy that was involved. Listen, another thing I wanted to call out real quick is, and I haven't formally reviewed the Candice Owens versus Cardi B beef, and I was planning on it, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been super busy with the content and also my 9-to-5 as well, but that's a whole nother story. But within that, what I saw, number one, Candice blew her out of the park in the water, and I felt humiliated and embarrassed for the way that Cardi conducted herself in that exchange. Regardless of that point, I think that like what I was hearing from Cardi seemed, it was ridiculous to hear, but it seemed a little bit off even for her. Right. And I like to give benefit of the doubt. I know what you guys are down into the comment section right now. Like, she's admitted to date raping. But like, I've seen her at fighting people. But like, to see the way that she was coming at Candice, it seemed like she didn't give a hell about her sponsors that she currently has. It didn't seem like endorsements, nothing. So it seemed even low for her at this current point in her character development, for the things that she was saying and the ways that she was. And I don't understand how she didn't, because you got like Nick Cannon over here, a black man that gets canceled for saying things about Jewish people. But then you get Cardi B over here that's, saying what she's saying about white men, and she's not getting canceled. It is what it is, though. Accountability is a whole another type of discussion. What I will say, though, without officially going through that video yet, is that even for her, it seemed uncharacteristically low. Although I will say that, I have my proverbial pom-poms up in the air for Candice Owens and the way that she handled it. I don't always agree with Candice Owens. I'm not even a political dude like that. But I thought that she handled herself with more class and grace than what the WAP queen did. But the way that she went off just seemed like, to me, there was a lot more that was probably going on behind scenes. And then, lo and behold, disillusionment. So now it makes a little bit more sense. I tell you guys on the channel all the time, this is a critical thinking channel. And the reason why I love to just dive deep in the way that we think about things is because, like, listen, I'm not gonna judge you on what you want to do in your life, fellas. Whether or not you want to be in a relationship for the rest of your life or you want to eventually get married, I'm not gonna judge you for what it is that you want to do. But here's the thing: is that I want whatever decision that you make, that you're making it in a way where you can think through why the decision makes sense for you, and to increase the likelihood of success in whatever decision that you are making. So if you're choosing to get married, what are the things that you have to know about your significant other to choose correctly for the rest of your life? I mean, I still haven't figured out for the rest of your life, but I think for a long time, you could figure out what a couple of those things are, whether or not it's being single, being able to critically think, what does single at 60 years old look like? You understand what I'm saying? There's pros and there's cons with each, and I think depending upon the individual person would determine the pros and the cons for your situation. Now, I will say, just to kind of cap all this out, that it is a disillusionment of marriage and not a divorce. Both still the end result, but usually a disillusionment is a lot cleaner of a split. But it makes sense because they're both making whatever types of money. But I'm assuming that the cost of the lawyers, she's putting that on Offset, because Offset, in her eyes, is at fault. We don't know the information as to what exactly happened or led up to it, but that's what my guess is. He was publicly humiliated before for the things that he did. Who knows? Who goes to say that he hasn't changed any of that going into the future? But only time will tell. Anyway, that has been my video. That's just my couple of quick thoughts on it. Just want to get this out to you guys just real quick. Stay tuned for the uploads later in the week. We going off. You understand what I'm saying? 1 or 2 videos a day. Yeah, we grinding. We grinding. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, if you're not familiar with the channel and you just clicked on this video because of this news story, hit on that subscribe bell. Got a fantastic catalog of amazing and dope content. You understand what I'm saying? Until next time, YouTube. Peace!